Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Lumiere and my name is Clair Summer. I'm going to be doing your pick a card reading for you today, and today we're looking at no contact situations. So anybody who's going through no contact at this time, I know it can be very difficult and very painful. So we're going to be looking at messages from spirit, finding out what's going on with your person, what's going through their mind, how they're feeling, okay, and whether or not they may come towards you with contact. All right. I realise that this is a very triggering subject that we're talking about today. So please just take a moment to reflect within yourself as to whether or not you want to really investigate this further, whether or not you want to go through with this pick a card reading, because I don't cherry pick my cards. So in some instances, there may be messages from spirit that you may find negative in nature or triggering or upsetting, okay? That isn't my intention. I'll just talk about, you know, the messages that come through that spirit feels is important for you to hear at this time, okay? So please just bear that in mind. I just want to say thank you to all my wonderful Lumies, everybody who has subscribed and is part of the family. Thank you so much for liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing. I'm just super humble and grateful to every single one of you, and thank you to everybody who has donated through the energetic exchange. I am sending you all a big hug. All right, today this is a timeless reading, so whenever you find this reading, please know that there may be a message here for you, but it is just a general reading. So if you find that it doesn't resonate, then remember, just feel peaceful within yourself, get into right alignment and find the message that does resonate with you, okay? The message for you is out there. All right, this is group 1, group 2 and group 3. I ask that you choose from your intuition today, from that gut instinct. If you're not used to doing that, then please just know that everybody has that quiet inner voice within them. So just drop down into your body, feel peaceful, take a few deep breaths, and you may want to pause the video as you do that, and that will help you tune in to which of the 3 card groups you would like to pick today and which will resonate with you the most, okay? While you do that, I will just let you know that I have created excuse me, a beautiful collection of guided meditations and affirmations to really help to raise your vibration and dissolve any blocks that you have towards attracting love and prosperity into your life. Now, I have recently created a brand new meditation which I am so pleased to share with you, called Manifest Your Soulmate. So it's full of beautiful imagery to help you reprogram your subconscious mind, to help you get in the same energetic frequency as your soulmate and to call your soulmate into you, okay? So that's really beautiful. So if you feel called to, please check that out, but the choice is always yours. All right, but with that, I think I've said all the timestamps are below, but with that, let's get on with your reading. I'll see you in a moment. Hey everybody, this is a reading for everybody who picked group number 1, okay? So I'm going to take a look at the energies and see what messages Spirit has regarding your no contact situation. Just a quick note, somebody has set up with some power tools outside my house, just outside the window there, so you may hear an angle grinder every now and again. So I'm really sorry about that. There's nothing I can do about it. I know it's annoying when you're listening with headphones, okay? We've got the 5 of Wands in the reverse. We've got the 2 of Swords in the reverse. We've got the Ace of Wands in the reverse. We've got the 8 of Wands in the upright. We've got the Moon, Queen of Swords, 8 of Swords. We have this beautiful card, Dreams, from the Universal Love Oracle deck. We have the Heart of the Matter from the Whispers of Love Oracle deck. We have the card Courage from the, which one is this? Oh, the Wild Offering Oracle deck. And we have the card 9 of Hearts from the Gaia Oracle deck, okay? So I'm just taking a look at these energies. So I see that perhaps, you know, before this no contact situation happened, there was a lot of arguments, some pettiness, some squabbles, some difficulty communicating and understanding each other, and really like not being on the same page with what it is that you were trying to communicate to one another, okay? But because this is in the reverse, I see that like now that you've had time, or somebody has had time for reflection in this situation, that they've sort of realised that perhaps they've been a bit of an idiot, realised that maybe they blew things out of proportion and they regret it a little bit, or that they can see things with greater clarity and in greater detail because of this now, okay? So they're sort of regretting those actions, regretting some of the things that they said. They feel that it was unnecessary and unhelpful, and it wasn't the best way to communicate their needs, okay? So somebody in this connection, this is how they're feeling right now. You know, now that what I'm sensing is that now that the dust has settled a little bit, it just, you know, it didn't seem worth it. Just didn't seem worth it to sort of have it get that out of proportion and be, you know, be that mean to each other, or that cold, okay? Also, you know, with this Ace of Wands in the reverse, I do see, you know, that the passion has maybe, you know, died away from this connection. So I just feel like in the beginning there was a lot of passion, a lot of magnetic attraction in this connection, and that recently that attraction has just really faded and died away. So although there is this deep bond, feelings and love still in this connection, that sort of magnetic attraction where you you know, had to be with one another has you know, turned into the opposite, and you're sort of pushing each other away in this situation, okay? And I'm feeling that is resulting in people feeling very isolated, very rejected, very lonely at this time. When we see that Ace of Wands in the reverse, okay? There's a lot here about, so we've got the moon, which I think is really interesting. And, you know, this speaks very clearly about there being more to this situation than meets the eye. And then we have this card, the Heart of the Matter. And underneath it, it says there is more going on than meets the eye, okay? So whatever it is, whatever your perceived ideas about what's going on with your person, whatever story that you have created regarding this situation, I think it's not quite right. I think you're trying to make sense of your person's actions, trying to figure out their feelings, and you know, the story that you've created around that is a little bit off. And we all do that. This is human nature. This is the way that we make sense of the people that we connect with, okay? But what I'm saying is there's more to this situation than meets the eye, and there's a lot more than what you can see on the surface, okay? So, you know, and this speaks, when we see the moon, it really speaks of deep fears. So somebody in this connection is really being triggered and are experiencing a lot of fears regarding this. It could be fear of abandonment, fear of rejection, fear of not being good enough, something like this. You know, it may not be something that they're articulating, or that they have the emotional capacity or understanding to really understand themselves at that level. But this is what's happening for your person now. They've been triggered into feeling these fears. Okay, it may be that because you got so close, or because the connection was so intense, and they haven't felt anything like this before in their lives, that it has, you know, pushed them away. You know, it's made them feel afraid. You know, perhaps they're a little bit emotionally unavailable. You know, perhaps they've been, you know, had some bad experiences in the past or in their childhood, which has made it very difficult for them to connect with people, and it's something that they're working through. Okay, the moon often speaks of cycles and patterns. So whatever it is that your person's going through, it's something that they've experienced before. It's part of their own pattern to do with trying to connect with people and their sort of relationship patterns. I think this is something that they cycle in and out of. You know, maybe it's a cycle within your own connection with this person, you know, that they get close and then they push you away, they get close and then they push you away. You know, something like this. But fears are definitely coming to the surface, and your person is really deeply triggered, is what I'm hearing from this situation right now, okay? But what I'm sensing is that, you know, in the fullness of time, you know, this person, this is part of their spiritual journey, part of their spiritual awakening. They are going to be getting downloads and understanding themselves better through these experiences, through connecting with you through their relationships, they are going to be able to get that clarity that they need. But at the moment, they're in this sort of shadowy half-light where they don't understand themselves. You know, so if you don't understand them, it's because they don't understand themselves, okay? That's what I'm hearing. But yeah, a lot of fear here, a lot of fear on both sides as well, is what I'm hearing. You know, fear of not being together, fear of being together, fear of not being able to work through this. All of these fears are coming up. So maybe it's been triggering for both of you in this situation, you know, as a result of these miscommunication situation, okay? You know, with this Eight of Swords energy, your person is really feeling really confused. You know, this really lines up with this moon energy. They're feeling very confused at this time. You know, they may be experiencing a lot of anxiety, a bit of depression, you know, and this is all linked in with these fears coming to the surface. Now remember, this isn't something that you can help them with. You can't rescue them out of this fearful state, this fearful situation. You have to let them do their own work. And, you know, there is nothing that you can do to help them with this. You know, they have to see the light on their own, really. But it is causing like a lot of mental anguish for them. You are really on their mind. It's causing them to feel a bit imbalanced. It is creating, you know, it is taking up a lot of their mental space, the situation between you and them at this time. So it's not like they've forgotten you. They are thinking about you all the time, but it's causing them to feel unsettled. It's causing them to feel anxious. And, you know, I need to be honest and say that there's not a lot of good feelings attached to this situation right now as we're looking at the energies. Only in this moment right now as we're looking at the energies, because they're so triggered and they've got so much anxiety and so much fear coming up for them. I just think this is, you know, quite a part of their soul's journey, very significant for them. You know, this wouldn't have affected them so strongly if the feelings between you hadn't been very significant, very deep, you know? So that's what I'm sensing here for you. You know, we have this Queen of Swords, so they do feel like they've been cut out completely. I think they feel that, you know, you've frozen them out, that, you know, they're feeling the isolation of that. Maybe you were quite fierce with them in how you cut them off, or perhaps you didn't see it coming, or they didn't see it, somebody in this connection didn't see it coming. You know, it was a bit of a shock going into this no contact situation, you know, if somebody has blocked somebody, okay? But I feel that somebody has been very clear, very concise, very direct in their actions in doing this. They're just like, they've definitely said, enough is enough, this is my boundary, I'm not putting up with this type of communication at this time, and I'm cutting this out. I'm finishing it, and I can't handle it, and it's done, okay? But somebody in this connection is really feeling really shut out. They're worried about coming forward due to, they're worried that they won't get a very warm reception. That, you know, that you might be icy towards them, that you might be cold towards them, that you might hurt, you know, that it might hurt more if they come back towards you, okay? We have this Two of Swords in the reverse, so, you know, I'm just seeing that, you know, this was very much on somebody's mind for quite a long time, making that decision to go no contact. I just feel like it was really like, you know, something that somebody in this connection was really thinking about before they entered into the no contact situation, okay? You know, so this is a decision. Should I be with them? What should I do? You know, that you've been going backwards and forwards in between at this time before you've reached a decision, and now this has happened, and you're really you know, experiencing the effects of that, but you're still in this limbo situation of trying to decide, you know, which direction to take. You know, should you continue to invest in this person, or should you move on? I know that it's very much still on your mind, that you still feel it in your heart, okay? We have this card, Courage. This is very similar to the Strength card in the tarot. I feel the energies are the same at this time. So, you know, this is all about facing the fears that have been, that have come to the surface as a result of this situation. And this is going to benefit everybody. This is the solution to this situation right now, is to face your fears. Okay, now you can't ask your person to face their fears. That's their own journey. So as I always say, the only thing that you can do in this situation, if you want to shift the energy for you, is to do your own inner work. Okay, so this courage card is really, really about facing your fears. So what is it that has been triggered in you? Because I guarantee that the fears that your person is feeling are going to be mirrored to a greater or lesser extent in your person. Okay, so you know, you'll both be feeling the same sort of thing. You have this connection. So you know, perhaps you've been triggered in the same way, but whatever it is, you know, if you're frightened that they won't come back, if you're frightened because you don't know how to make things work out, if something's been triggered in you from your earlier childhood experiences, now is the time to face your fears and do that inner work. You know, with the moon card, we're all about going deep, deep down into these lower layers of ourselves to really get to know yourself better. Spirit is really saying, get to know yourself better. Learn what is at the seed of this problem. Okay, and as you work on yourself, this will shift the energies with your person. Okay, it'll be a sort of butterfly effect, as where you, you know, work on yourself. You'll simultaneously be able to create changes within the other person just by changing your own inner vibration. Okay. So, you know, I do see that here for you. So what is it that you need to do to really understand yourself better? You know, do you need to talk to somebody to talk your situation through, to get some clarity? Do you need to do some journaling to get some clarity? Okay. Do you recognize a pattern in yourself that you can now name and recognize in yourself? Okay. Can you offer yourself greater self-love in this situation? Okay. So take your focus and energy off this person if it's been creating a lot of anxiety and pain in your heart space and pain within you. Just let that focus, you know, take it off your person and wondering what they're thinking and feeling. Put it back onto yourself. And just nourish yourself with some self-care at this time, because I really feel that it's needed. We have this card Dreams, which is really beautiful, from the Universal Love Oracle deck. I do know that your person is dreaming of you, that you'll be in their dreams, that they can still sense you energetically when you're up. They can sense that when you're down. They can sense that as well. So again, we're talking about that mirroring of emotions and energetic frequency, you know, that we've been discussing. Okay. We also have this beautiful Eight of Wands, and this is the strongest indicator that I have in this reading. I really sense that your person is desperate to be back in communication with you. Okay, they're desperate to be back in communication with you, but it's fear that is holding them back from reaching out to you. And you know, they're not in a position where they're sort of really facing their fears, which is why the only person who can face their fears in this situation is you. But it's fear that's holding them back from reaching out. But this is, you know, very strong forward motion energy to do with communication. So I do see you coming back into communication. I see it happening all of a sudden. I think it will be when you let it go. You know, so when you have, you know, just taken a bit of your energetic energy away from them to nourish yourself within, then that will give them the space that they need to work out their own stuff. I think that things will calm down a little bit, and then they'll be able to come forward to you, and they will come forward to you quite strongly, and, you know, sort of out of the blue, and that's going to spark you know, a fresh new communication, and hopefully that can bring some clarity to, you know, some of these fears that you've been going, you know, if you go through this process of really looking at your fears, facing your fears, and, you know, bringing some light towards them, you know, that's going to help to illuminate your situation. You're going to be able to illuminate what the real problem is that's at the nub of this connection, this this situation. Okay, so I do see a time of harmony coming in as a result of this better communication that's going to happen. So I do see them reaching out to you. I do see, you know, a period of harmony after that. So whether or not you'll be together, I don't know, but I just know that you will understand each other better. It's going to give you a lot of peace of mind, and you're definitely going to go into, when you get to the heart of the matter, you will be able to experience that deep bond again, you know, and a friendship and just a foundation that you can build on at this time. But I would, Spirit is really saying, just, you know, be warm when they come back towards you with this energy. Just, you know, don't throw it back in their face. Do remember to be warm towards them, and just have that in your mind. You know, maybe you can send them that message psychically, you know, just connect with them in that way and just say, I'm open to hearing from you, and I will receive whatever it is that you have to say with warmth. Okay, I will accept you and meet you with compassion. Okay, I hope that has made sense for you, and I hope that it has given you some insight and some clarity in your situation right now. Do connect with me down in the comments. I love to hear what is going on with you in your lives. And if you feel called to, please check out my collection of beautiful guided meditations to help to shift your energetic frequency and break down any blocks or challenges that you have towards attracting the love that you desire at this time. Okay, you're always in my thoughts. Thank you so much for letting me be part of your day today. It's been wonderful spending time with you as always. Have an amazing week, and I hope to see you again soon here on Lumiere. You take care now. Hey everybody, this is the reading for everybody who picked group number 2. So I'm going to take a look at the energies surrounding your no contact situation and see what messages from Spirit we have for you today, okay? So we have this beautiful card, Love, from the Wild Offering Oracle deck. We have the Ace of Cups. We have 5 of Cups in the reverse, 3 of Swords in the reverse. We have the Knight of Cups. We have the Hierophant in the reverse. We have 3 of Pentacles. We have the Tower in the reverse. We have the card Practice Compassion from the Whispers of Love Oracle deck. We have the card Guardian from the Universal Love Oracle deck, and we have the card Enchanted Forest from the Gaia Oracle deck, okay? So I'm just going to take a look at these energies for you. Okay, so with this Tower in the reverse, I sense that it was quite a dramatic ending for you before you went into this no contact situation. So whoever I'm resonating with today, I just feel like it was quite, you know, maybe quite explosive, or maybe it was something that really came out of the blue. You thought that everything was okay with you and your person, and then it turned out it wasn't. Okay, just wait one moment, my door is banging. Sorry about that. Okay, so this is what I'm sensing. Something quite dramatic, or something quite sudden, something quite out of the blue, or maybe just like, you know, a really big blow up, a really big row, something, you know, very rupturing, fracturing, very painful, okay, and just a lot of very intense emotions, okay. But with this Tower in the reverse, I just feel like things have really started to settle down. Perhaps this happened quite a while ago, or perhaps it's just been you know, enough time between you and your person to really let the dust settle, okay, and that things have settled down a little bit for you, and you're starting just to rebuild things and feel a bit clearer about the situation. Now with the 3 of Pentacles, this can indicate a third-party situation. So again, whoever I'm connecting with, you know, with these messages in this reading, I do sense that maybe there was a third party involved which caused this rupture in the relationship. You know, maybe not an actual affair, but somebody, you know, flirtations. Maybe they were flirting with other people. Maybe they were disrespecting you like that. You know, maybe they did take an interest in somebody else, or they did have an attraction for somebody else, or a connection with somebody else, okay? It could even mean that you know, there may be children involved in this. You know, you could be pregnant or expecting a baby as well, okay? So I do see that indicated here, and that is causing you know, more complexity to the situation, definitely more pain, and you know, more difficulty, but more complexity as well. I will just say that somebody is doing some work outside my window, just on the other side of this camera, so you may be able to hear some machinery during this this reading, okay? So I'm sorry if that's difficult for you. All right. So yeah, I definitely see, a third party situation, or just, or maybe just some interference from other people, which has undermined your connection. And also, with this Hierophant in the reverse, I just feel like, this is like, felt like it had a lot of potential, this connection, or perhaps, you were, it was quite a serious relationship, like you were very committed to each other, or it felt like you were very committed to each other. Maybe you were planning to take the relationship to the next level, something more serious, moving in together, maybe getting married, or having, a more formal commitment. And now that is not on the cards now, that's fallen by the wayside. It may just have been a hope that you had that you would marry this person, or that the commitment would be deeper from them, and that your hopes have been dashed, that they have, that you've lost hope in that, okay? With this Five of Cups and the Three of Swords in the reverse, I do feel that, there's been like a heartbreak, a loss. This has been very, very painful on the heart space, deep rejection, really, really painful energies, real struggles of the heart, real difficulties, okay? I do see that these are in the reverse, that those feelings have softened slightly, that healing is taking place, or that those healing energies are going to come in for you now, so that you can begin to feel better about what has happened, okay? Hopefully that healing has already begun for you, but otherwise Spirit is saying that these healing energies and that healing grace is on the way for you, so that you can feel stronger in yourself, and that you can sort of start to heal some of that loss that you experienced as a result of this situation that we're talking about now, okay? So that's what I see here for you. Just remember that with this guardian card, your angels and guides are here for you at this time. Do listen to your intuition. You might want to keep a dream journal of things that are coming up for you. I just think this process has been so emotional that you're just going to have a lot coming to the surface at this time. But your angels and guides are really here to support you. This is part of your spiritual growth. So don't resist it. This is what I'm hearing. Don't resist it. Let these energies play out and wash through you, so that you can feel better. But do connect with that support that you have from the universe, which is always available to you during these difficult and challenging periods, okay? You are being taken care of. You are divinely supported and guided through every step of this journey, okay? So just remember that now. Spirit has a message for you just about compassion. Look at, treat yourself with compassion. Maybe there's some regret about some things that you've done, or things that you said in this communication. Maybe you even regret no contact with them. Perhaps you're thinking this isn't the way now. What I'm sensing with these cards in the reverse is that you have realize that the way you've been doing things possibly isn't the best way. Maybe there was another way, and if you shed the light of gentleness and compassion on your person, on the situation, on your connection, that this will bring more healing for you, more understanding, and a deeper connection for you, okay? So don't give yourself a hard time about this situation. We all do the best that we can with the information that we have, and when we know better, we do better, okay? So this is what I'm sensing in this situation now. I do feel that there's been a lot of spiritual downloads, a lot of spiritual lessons learned as a result of this connection that you have. I'm really feeling it. This is a deep, deep connection. It's a soul tie. You have soul ties, a soul bond. You and this person were destined to meet in this lifetime, to have these experiences together. I believe that you agreed to meet before this lifetime, before you were born. You agreed to meet in this lifetime, to teach each other certain lessons about love and relationships, to help with your spiritual awakening, okay? But bring compassion. Spirit is saying bring compassion to your person. See them in a compassionate light. Perhaps you can begin to see a glimmer of forgiveness in this situation. Perhaps you can just let compassion flood through your mind and your body when you regard what has happened between you both. But see this situation with compassion and show compassion to yourself as you work through this, okay? You can work through this in your own time, and you don't need to be hard on yourself if you feel that perhaps you have behaved in a way that was out of alignment with your integrity, okay? So, but you know, I see that you've learnt lessons, and I see that this has had, you're healing this situation, but you're healing on a deeper level as well. Okay, now I see a lot of positivity in this reading after these difficult times and these challenges that you've had in this situation. You know, there's a lot here about healing, and there's a lot here about the renewal of love. So I know you may feel disappointment that you didn't get the commitment that you wanted, or that things broke down between you when you felt that it was going very well, that this had a lot of potential for you for something long term, and that was something that was meaningful. Okay, but we have this card love, we have the Ace of Cups, and we have the Knight of Cups. So I do see your person coming forward to you with an apology, you know, feeling a lot of regret for what has happened between you. I see that there's a lot of love between you both still. Deep, deep emotions, deep, deep affection. And this loving, beautiful connection is still there between you. So if you're wondering how your person is feeling, they are still connected to you. They are still spiritually connected to you. And they are still connected to you from the heart space and with love. Okay. So I see them coming forward to you. You know, this speaks really clearly with an offer of love. You know, they're not going to reach back out to you with some sort of suggestion for a hookup or something like this. They want to get in touch with you because they want to renew this relationship or this connection. They want to explore this connection further. They really want to get to the bottom of, you know, the troubles that you've been having. And I feel that you have both grown a lot as a result of this. You have grown a lot, and your person has grown a lot. And they're coming to you with a much more mature attitude and an emotionally mature attitude. Okay, so I still see that there's a lot left in this connection. You know, there's a lot left to be experienced and to be explored. You know, there's more chapters in this connection still. Okay, so we have the Knight of Cups. This can indicate a proposal. It can indicate a proposal of just something, not necessarily an engagement, but, you know, just a proposal of living together, a proposal of reuniting. You know, this is someone coming forward with you now, in a way, you know, with that compassion, with that gentleness that we've been talking about, with vulnerability, with an open heart. Okay, and we have this love card, and then the Ace of Cups. This speaks of love renewed. Love is renewed. Okay, so, you know, they're coming forward with a serious offer of love to renew this connection, to renew this love at this time. Okay, because these deep feelings are still there. So don't give in to your fears. Let things unfold as they are. There's still a lot of love in this connection. You feel it. They are still feeling it very deeply. And, you know, they are contemplating coming forward to you, and they will come forward to you with a serious offer of love, of a relationship, of something serious and long-term, something that feels very romantic, something that feels very sweet. There's a lot of sweetness still here, okay? And it's definitely a result of the healing that has taken place within you and within your heart space. So if you're still going through that process, you know, keep doing that work on yourself, because then that is what will bring this renewal of love into your life and into this connection. Okay, so, you know, the theme of this is really about healing and about love renewed. Okay, so, which I think is really beautiful. So, you know, I do expect your person to come forward to you, you know, to want to invest more in you, to want to understand you better, and for you to understand them better, and for you to connect on the heart level is what I'm hearing. Heart to heart connection is what I'm seeing here, you know, when I see you know, these three cards here. These are so beautiful. This is such gentle energy. You know, there's no harshness here. So there's been harshness in the past and loss. I just see that melting into, you know, this compassion that we were talking about, and into, you know, just deep feelings and love. Okay, but keep your heart space open. You know, keep working on yourself to keep your vibration high, so that your person is available, so that you are in the energetic space to receive what it is that they have to offer you. This is all about you receiving what they have to offer. Okay, so they will come forward with this beautiful offer for you, and your job is only to receive. Okay, so you know, remember to keep yourself open, keep your heart space open, and you know, work on dissolving your fears as you go along, so there's nothing to block that connection anymore. All right, so I see a lot of warmth, a lot of compassion, and a lot of deep love in this connection still. Okay, I see a lovely future here as well. So, you know, this Enchanted Forest card, it says mystery, magic, and excitement. So I see a lot of exciting times ahead for you in this connection. Okay, still, so it's just a lot still to be invested between you and your person. All right, but don't, Spirit's saying, don't give in to your fears, because that will really derail the healing and, you know, everything that you've been through. Okay, you know, just stay centered and all will be well. Okay, I hope this reading has given you some clarity in your situation. Thank you so much for spending time with me. It's been my honor to read your cards. As always, I just love you all so much. You are always in my thoughts. Do connect with me down in the comments. I love to hear what's going on with you in your lives. And if you feel called to, do check out my collection of beautiful guided meditations and affirmations to help to raise your vibration and dissolve any blocks that you have towards, you know, attracting that love and that loving frequency into your life. Okay, but yes, have an amazing week, and I hope to see you again soon here on Lumiere. Take care now. Goodbye. Hey everybody, this is the reading for everybody who picked group number 3. So I'm going to take a look at the energies in these cards, see what messages we have from Spirit regarding your no contact situation with your person, see what it is that they're thinking and feeling at this time. So we have this beautiful card, Answered Prayer, from the Universal Love Oracle deck. We have Love is All Around You from the Whispers of Love Oracle deck. We have the Page of Wands in the reverse. We have Queen of Pentacles. We have the card Temperance. We have Strength in the reverse. We have Ace of Cups in the reverse. We have the Star card. We have Knight of Pentacles. We have the card Challenges from the Wild Offering Oracle deck. And we have the card Sacred Journey from the Gaia Oracle deck. Okay, so I really see here, you know, with this Queen of Pentacles, your person really sees your value, they really see your worth, they see you in this beautiful light. They see you as somebody who has really got your act together. Okay, they see you, I think maybe there may be an issue, like a self-esteem issue here. They maybe think that they're not good enough for you, but whatever it is that's going on in your no contact situation, your person is definitely thinking that you are holding it together better than they are. So, you know, maybe you've been you know, really strong with your boundaries. Maybe you've been you know, looking like you've been having a lot of fun on social media, and they've been checking you out doing that. Maybe that they can see that you are doing you, that you're focused on your own goals and your own journey at this time, that you're really you know, working on your own success, and you're putting effort into you, and they can see that, and it's like increasing your value in their eyes. Okay, so they think of you in a very favorable light. They think of you as being amazing. They think of you as being like up on this pedestal of being like an amazing person. Okay, so this may not be something that they've expressed to you, you know, or that you've really sensed, but deep down this is how they're feeling. Okay, you do intimidate them a little bit because you know what it is that you want in this life. Maybe life has been a bit difficult for you, but you have risen to those challenges. You know, you've got those life skills, you've got that self-belief, you've got that confidence. Okay, and I think they think that you are doing better in this situation than they are. Okay, I sense from your person just generally that they are you know, that they've got a lot of challenges of their own in their lives. So I just think maybe you're moving on with your life, or you know, you've got a lot going on in your life, and they feel like they, you know, that they're behind in some way. It's causing them to feel insecure. They've got these challenges that are going on, they're experiencing difficulties in their life, you know, maybe in their practical world life, you know, with their finances or what they want to do with their lives, or it could just be they're coming up against their own emotional blocks. They're getting in their own way. This is what I'm sensing from this card, that your person is really getting in their own way. You can tell that this is a beautiful connection. You have obviously, you're an amazing person and you've got a lot to offer them, but they are, maybe I'm hearing self-sabotage. They're sabotaging this situation a little bit, maybe because they feel that they're not good enough for this amazing person here. Maybe they have fear about getting involved in such a serious relationship, but they do feel the connection here. I sense that there was love here. I feel that maybe at this point in time that this feeling of love feels like it's really drained away. This is what I see with this Ace of Cups in the reverse, that all that love that you had for one another, this deep connection, this romance, has really just it just feels like it's drained away, and you're just like, where has all the love gone? Where has all the love gone? This is what I'm sensing at this time. Okay, so with this Page of Wands, this can indicate an infidelity, so it may be in your situation that your person cheated on you, that you're asking about now, and this is why you've got no contact. Maybe they've been a bit of a player. If this is the case, this is something that you already know about. I'm not highlighting something that you don't know about. This is just something that's indicated in the reading, okay? So it may have been that they cheated on you. But this really also indicates that somebody in this connection is really experiencing a lot of self-doubt, okay? About, which is exactly what we're talking about. When faced with this, when I see these cards together, they're really, doubting their ability to provide for you, doubting their ability to kind of step up to this match and really love you and give you what it is that you deserve and what they know that you deserve, because they see you in such a good light that they know that you only deserve the best, and they're just, I think maybe because of their baggage or their own issues, or this thing that we've been talking about where they're getting in their own way, they're doubting whether or not they've got that to give you or to give anybody. It may be in the case that for some of you, this person is would doubt it, that they've got the capacity to love at that level with anybody due to their own past hurts, their own baggage, okay? Which I think is really interesting. We have this card, Love is All Around You. So Spirit is really saying, they're giving you a message here that, to connect with your own self-love and to connect with all the love around you, the love from your family, the love from your soul tribe and your friends, and just to see the love in other people, okay? Because that's going to help to fill your heart up. All right, if you've been feeling a bit lacking in love, if you've been feeling that pain in your heart space caused by this no contact, then, Spirit is really saying just connect back to the energy of universal love, which is always available to you, okay? And that's going to give you some healing, give you some peace, and make you feel a little bit better in this situation. What I'm also just picking up now is with this Ace of Cups in the reverse, is that perhaps somebody was giving from an empty cup in this situation. This can be to do with codependency, whereby someone in the connection looks to fix their own wound by being everything for somebody else rather than focusing on their own self-love. Okay, it might not be as extreme as that, or it could just be that somebody was trying to give love from a place of having an empty cup. So obviously we all have our beautiful cup of love that we fill to the brim with good feeling experiences and the things that make us feel good and the things that are blissful for us. But when we try and approach a relationship from a cup that is half empty or nearly empty, it makes it impossible to make that deep connection. So I'm sensing that somebody in this connection is trying to make this connection, make this bond from an empty cup. Now that can be a lack of self-love that they're experiencing. It could be too much responsibility and they've got nothing left to give. It could be that they feel like they've given and given and given and got nothing back in return. And a relationship should feel nourishing and supporting. And if it isn't those things, then, it isn't a healthy connection, okay? So I'm just sensing that somebody in this connection was trying to give from a place of, when their heart isn't full, where their heart space isn't full to overflowing. So we fill up our cup for us, And then the overflow is for everybody else in our lives, the people that we connect with, the people that we love and adore. Okay? It's just something that Spirit wanted me to talk about now. So, you know, with the Strength card in the reverse, I want to talk about this because I just feel like your person wasn't willing to face their fears. You know, they recognized that there were these challenges in the connection. They recognized that there were these challenges in the connection, but they weren't willing to face their fears. You know, maybe they couldn't get a grip on what the problem was in this connection, in this issue. Maybe they weren't understanding it. You know, maybe it did bring up quite a lot of fear for them, but they just weren't prepared to go there. They weren't prepared to do the work. They weren't prepared to face their fears. They weren't prepared to look within and really kind of do that inner work and you know, learn the lesson in this situation. You know, everyone is our teacher. Everybody who comes into our lives has something to teach us, and I just feel like perhaps they weren't really listening to that message. But yeah, there's just a lot of fear here with the Strength in the reverse. This really speaks of fears, you know, and again, we've got this self-doubt card. You know, this self-doubt is represented with this card, and then these own fears. You know, again, Strength in the reverse represents self-doubt. Your person is really doubting themselves in this connection, doubting their ability to connect on a deep level, doubting their ability to be able to provide for you, doubting your ability to be able to give you what you need when you are this amazing kick-ass person. Okay, so this is what's going on with them. They're just filled with self-doubt. You know, so we have this beautiful card, the Star. So I do see that there is still hope in this connection. I do see healing taking place. There's so much gentle energy here with this Temperance card, the Star card, and this beautiful card, Answered Prayer. Okay, there's all this sort of angelic energy. I really sense that your your angel guides are really with you every step of this journey. You know, I can just sense them all around you. So maybe you'll be getting little signs that you're being taken care of at this time. Okay. So, you know, with the Star card, there is this healing coming in. There is still hope for this situation and this connection, for love to come back to you. You know, this can represent love renewed, but it has to come from a place of a full cup. Okay, so, you know, if you fill up your cup, which I think you're good at doing, I think you're good at the self-care, I think you're good at, you know, really looking after yourself and doing what you need to do in difficult situations. And I think perhaps your person doesn't quite have those skills. They haven't quite learnt those skills yet. But, you know, this is such beautiful energy from the Star card coming in for you. It's a very... you know, with this and Temperance, it's such graceful energy. There's the energy of the forgiveness here. There's the energy of deep, deep compassion for one another and deep respect and understanding of one another. So I think maybe you can still connect with them from your heart space, from a psychic connection, you know, to really, you know, express some of that graceful, universal loving energy towards them. Okay, you know, they don't have any ill will towards you. You know, they still think of you in this beautiful light, and, you know, they think of you in a very gentle and loving way. So they don't think badly of you. You know, they think of you, you know, with love still, which I think is really, really beautiful. Okay, so, you know, with this Temperance in the Answered Prayer, I do feel that, you know, if you know that your prayer will be answered, that this person will reach out to you, that you will be able to connect with you and get the answers and the healing that you have been looking for from your person, okay, at this time. So I do see that your prayers will be answered with this. I do see them coming towards you with a message. I don't know if they're going to come towards you with a relationship at this time. Okay. It isn't indicated here. It doesn't mean it won't happen. It just means that we're looking at the energies right now. You know, we're looking at how they're feeling right now at this moment. Okay. This is just a snapshot of a much bigger picture. Okay. But yes, I do see them, you know, wanting to reach out and contact you in that time. You know, I do see, you know, this star card and this answered prayer is really just about wishes coming true. So, you know, if this is something that you want to manifest, you know, I don't see any heavy or low vibrational energies here. I do believe that it is in the highest good of everybody concerned. I do feel that everything is unfolding into the highest good of everybody concerned. And just, I've forgotten what I was going to say, it's gone, but it will come back to me. I just got a little message, but it's gone. But we need to talk about this because we have the the Knight of Pentacles, and combined with the Temperance card, this really speaks about having patience. I know somebody in this connection has been being very patient already. More patience is going to be needed, definitely, with these cards, you know, which is indicated here. Okay, so your person does want to come towards you. They do want to offer you something. Okay, they might come towards you with a gift or with a suggestion of a date, something like this. You know, they have got something to offer you, and this does indicate, you know, that they are working towards you know, their challenges and issues that we were talking about earlier, but they're doing it very slowly. Okay, they're not learning these lessons in an instant. The downloads that they're getting, the spiritual understanding that they're getting regarding your connection is slow going, definitely. Okay, so they're not going to be getting any sort of great illuminations coming in for them, but they will understand themselves a little bit better, and that, I think, is going to give them the strength that they're currently lacking to be able to come forward towards you. Okay, but I don't think it's going to be very soon. I don't think it's going to be within the next sort of 2 to 3 weeks. I think you're looking at something, what I'm hearing is over a month, so a next lunar cycle. Okay, so you're looking at a sort of bigger cycle, you know, just that little bit longer. Okay, that you need to you know, you're just being asked to be a bit patient for a little bit longer, all right, at this time. But there's a lot of healing here. Your person, you know, with the Star card, the Temperance, you know, they are, you know, they will come towards you when they're ready, when the healing work is done. This is what I'm hearing, but they're just taking it one step at a time, is what I'm hearing as well. Okay, so, you know, there is progress being made for them behind the scenes. They are breaking down this fear that they've been experiencing with you. Okay, but, you know, the message from Spirit is really, I feel like you don't feel particularly wretched or really awful, just, you know, a bit of loss and sadness, and like, you know, that there was so much potential here, and that you just feel like sad that you've lost your friend, sad that you don't have them in your life, because they enrich your life so much. And I think you're both, you know, both people in this connection are definitely feeling like that at this time. You know, that this is the sense I'm getting, because it's so gentle. I don't think you've got any particular anger towards them, or maybe you haven't now, maybe that's all processed, and they haven't got any bad feelings towards you. I just, like, you both see each other in this very you know, loving, gentle light, which I think is really nice. Okay, you know, and you are prepared to do the healing work on yourself. Okay, so Spirit is really saying at this time, while you're being patient, while you are waiting, you know, continue to invest in yourself and your goals and your dreams. Okay, and, you know, there's a lot here about right alignment. You know, the Star, Temperance, this answered prayer card. There's a lot here that I'm hearing about getting into right alignment. Okay, so, you know, do that meditation so that you can get centered, so that you don't get overwhelmed. You know, take it a day at a time, and just keep yourself in right alignment, and everything's gonna you know, come into everything will unfold in the way that it's meant to unfold, because we have this card, Sacred Journey. Okay, which is about life cycles, family and transformation. So this the situation will transform in the fullness of time. It's not going to transform because you're forcing it or because you want it to or whatever. So I just think that the more you pour self-love into yourself, the more you follow your bliss, the more you follow your own dreams, the more balanced. There's so much here about about balance with the Star card and the Temperance. You know, the more balanced, the more centered, the more grounded you will feel. I can feel like, you know, see deep roots growing down into the earth. You're feeling very solid and empowered in yourself, okay? Which I think, you know, or that you're coming into that energy. It's going to make you very magnetic, but also I think it's going to call that person back into your life, back into your experience, okay? And you're going to be able to connect and understand each other on this, like, on this beautiful spiritual connection, this deep connection that we don't have with, you know, that we don't experience with everybody. And this is a rare find when you meet somebody that you can connect with in that way, okay? That's everything that I have for you on this reading today. Thank you so much for letting me be a part of your day. It's been my honor to read your cards. As always, I've really enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed feeling all these beautiful, healing, graceful, gentle energies that I'm getting from this reading for you today, okay? Do connect with me down in the comments. I love to hear what's going on with you in your lives. And if you feel called to, please check out my collection of beautiful guided meditations for helping to raise your vibration and dissolve any blocks that you have towards love as well. And I've got this new meditation called Manifest Your Soulmate. So if, you know, you're talking about your soulmate today, you want to call them into you, then you may find that that is beneficial for you in your situation. Okay, but you're always in my thoughts. I'm sending you lots and lots of love in this situation, and I hope to see you again soon on Lumiere. Take care now. Bye.